Hello everyone. In this video, we're going to look at the concept of time value of money. Basically, it says that $1 that you have now has more value than $1 in the future because you have the opportunity to invest that $1 that you already have now and earn interest. So when it gets to the future time, it already earns the interest, and that's why the value is higher than $1. So let's say Brian invests $1,000 in an investment that gives him 12% annual return. The question is, what is the value 3 years from now? Assume that Brian always reinvests the $1,000 principal as well as the interest that it earns. And what is the formula for future value? So we're going to look at the present value, the future value. The interest rate of return is usually annually, and it's called R. And T is period, usually in a year, but it's possible to do it in 6 months or monthly or something like that. But the basic is always annually. Okay, so we have $1,000 face value, and then the interest rate is 12%, and the number of period is 3 years. So we want to see the future value of that $1,000 after being invested in an investment for 3 years, and that investment earns 12% a year. Okay, so we have the now, which is t equals 0, t equals 1, t equals 2, and t equals 3. Okay, right now the value is $1,000. A year from now, it will earn interest of 12%. Okay, 12% times 1,000 is 120. So by the end of the first year, it will grow in value to 1,120. And then if Brian reinvests the principal, the $1,000 or the face value, as well as the interest, both parts will earn interest. So we're going to multiply 12% times 1,120. That's the interest for the second year. Okay, after the end of year 2, at the end of year 2, we will get 1,254.4, and Brian reinvests again the principal and the interest, so he will get 12%, 150.53 during year 3. So by the end of year 3, Brian will have 1,404.93. So that's his money, how his money grew. Okay, so 1,000 is the present value, and 1,404.93 is the future value. So what is the formula? Okay, so the 1,000, we call it the present value. And then a year from now, the formula becomes present value times 1 plus the interest rate, 1 plus R. Okay, that's the 1,120 there. Okay, and then the end of year 2, we multiply it again by 1 plus interest rate. So the formula becomes present value times 1 plus R, which is the value at the end of year 1. But then we multiply again by 1 plus R. Okay. So that's the formula for the end of second year. In other words, we can say that the value is present value times 1 plus R twice. So we square 1 plus R. And then we invest, or Brian reinvests that in year 3 to get present value times 1 plus R times 1 plus R. But during year 3, it earns interest again, so we multiply by 1 plus R again. In other words, the formula becomes present value times 1 plus R. And we do it 3 times, so we power that by 3. Okay, if we look at this is present value times 1 plus R to the power of 0, to the power of 1, to the power of 2, to the power of 3. So basically that's to the power of T. How long Brian invests his money. So the future value formula becomes present value times 1 plus R to the power of T. Okay, and this 1 plus R to the power of T is what we call the time value factor. So again, present value times 1 plus R to the power of T is the future value. If we separate the amount invested from the second part here, 1 plus R to the power of T, is called the time value factor. Okay. So Brian will receive 1,404.93 3 years from now. The annual interest is 12%. How much is the present value of that amount? In other words, how much does Brian needs to invest now, the present value, to get 1,404.93 in 3 years? So we reverse it. Okay, so the present value formula is the future value divided by the 1 plus R to the power of T, right? From this formula here, we can, simple algebra, we can just reverse it. So we can calculate present value formula equals to future value divided by 1 plus R to the power of T. Or future value divided by the time value factor. Okay, so if we put the number here, 1,404.93, that's the future value, and we want to know the present value, so we just need to put here equals 1 plus 12% to the power of 3, because it was invested for 3 years, 1.4, and when you divide that, you get $1,000. So future value goes from here to here, present value goes from here to here. Okay, now there is a table, and the book will provide you with a table for your homework, for your quiz, and for the exam. That is called the present value table. Okay, present value table basically shows you the interest rate and the number of periods on the rows like that. And this is already present value. So this is already 1 divided by the time value factor. So you don't have to divide by this anymore. Any number you just multiply by the number provided with you, for you. Okay, so like this one, okay, time value factor for T equals 3, R equals 12%, like that, right? So what you need to do is you find 12%, that's going to be your 12%. I put the color here. Okay, and then you need to find 3 periods like this. 3 period. So 12% interest rate, 3 period, the intersection of the green column and the green row is the present value factor. Okay, so we can just put it there. Now the book will require you to round it. Okay. Now because this is already present value factor, you want to multiply. Maybe I should do it here. So you want to multiply to get $1,000. Remember, the difference between present value factor and the time value factor is that time value factor is 1 plus r, 0.12, to the power of t, which is 3, 1.4. So with the time value factor, you have to divide. You get $1,000. So basically, the present value factor provided by the table is already divided. So if you divide 1 divided by this, you will get 1.4. So they're the same thing, but you have to be careful. If you're using the table, you want to multiply. Okay, if you're using the table, you want to multiply. But if you're using the formula, the 1 plus r to the power of t is the denominator. So you want to divide it, but you'll get the same result here. So that's the concept of time value of money and how to calculate the present value. Get familiar with the table so you will know how to use it. Thank you for watching.